Well, today is another dreary day here in Montana. I am about ready to drive down to Kalispell with my mom. We're going to do some shopping today. It's just going to be a lot of fun hanging out with Mom. I don't get to do that very often because I'm just so busy, but today I'm taking my mom, and we're just going to have some fun. Mom and I are on our way to Kalispell. We're going to do some shopping and have some fun. It almost looks like the sun's going to be peeping out today. Mom and I had a really great time yesterday shopping. We went to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and numerous other stores. One of the things I got for my laundry room was this. I really like this, so I'm excited to have Marvin put this in my laundry room. Right now, for dinner tonight, I'm going to be making something out of this cookbook. Now, this cookbook is from Trim Healthy, or Trim Healthy Mama. The name of the book is Trim Healthy Indulgence, The Art of Masterful Desserts. What I'm making is a peanut butter cream pie. Oh yes, and I wanted to introduce my little sunny boy. His name is Jordan. This is my baby. Jordan, how old are you? Say 5.
5.
Are you 5 years old? He's going to be in first grade next year. Are you excited to be in first grade next year?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be lonely if you're not here. Now, I would love posting the recipe down in the description, but this recipe book is copyrighted, so if you want this book, you will need to go get it on the website or on Amazon. I think they might be on Amazon as well. And I will link Trim Healthy Mama website down below so you can go check it out if you're interested. The first thing I did was make the crust. And also, before you go out and buy the Trim Healthy Indulgence cookbook, remember, this cookbook is compliant with the Trim Healthy Mama eating plan, and it does take special ingredients. Enjoy trying out new recipes, and this pie crust is a first for me. The flour I used is called Baking Blend from Trim Healthy Mama. It is a blend of flax meal, oat fiber, coconut flour, and numerous other ingredients. It is also GMO and gluten-free. Baking blend does not hold together like your regular wheat flour, so these pie crusts tended to fall apart. So I used Esther Allison's technique that she has in her book, Trim Healthy Indulgence, by rolling out these pie crusts between 2 pieces of plastic wrap, and it turned out wonderful. The next time I make these crusts, this is something I wouldn't do again, is crimp the tops of these pie crust, because it must have been the flour. It really stuck to the pan. But other than that, these pies turned out wonderful. Now that I've got the crust in the baker, it's ready to make the filling. And what goes in here is some gentle sweet. I'm going to have cream cheese, sugar-free peanut butter, and almond breeze, whipping cream. Almost done. I do it in 2 steps. The first one takes the peanut butter and the cream cheese, mix that all together. Then I'm going to put it in this bowl, and then the next step will be to whip up the heavy whipping cream. And also, my crusts turned out lovely. They are much more crumbly than your normal pie crust. That's because I use the Trim Healthy Mama baking blend. And also, just as a reminder, ladies, I recently signed up to become a Pampered chef consultant. If you would like any of their products, I will also put a link in the description. Now that my cream is all stiff, I mix these two together. These peanut butter cream pies turned out just beautiful. If you do make these pies, don't forget to top them with some whipped cream, or you can also use Cool Whip. So there you have it, guys. This is a peanut butter cream pie from the Trim Healthy Mama Indulgence book. I've never made them before, but right now I'm just gonna set these in the refrigerator and let them chill. Well, guess where we are and what we're doing. Every so often, I take one of the boys out for a son-mom date or a mom-son date. The last time it was more Emmanuel's turn, but Jordan wanted to go along so bad that I took both of them. Now it's this guy's turn. My son, Morgan. Morgan, how old are you?
12.
Morgan is 12 years old. I usually let the boys choose where they want to eat. And Morgan chose Antlers Restaurant here in Libby. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Well, Mary said some of the comments were pretty good, so I'm just sitting here reading them. And we've slowly been getting some of the stuff moved over here. Not very much. Been working on the plumbing in the basement. I finally got buckled down. Took me a day and a half. Quite a bit of work to get all the plumbing. Like everything had to be cut off at the bottom, and then we had to redo some structural materials with all the framing, and then I could go in and put all the plumbing in and weaving that through the walls, etc. Getting the water pipes hooked up. It's kind of a big deal. It's something that, you know, the more you do something, the more efficient you get at it. And this is not something that I do on a regular basis. I mean, I do know that water runs downhill, so yeah, but lots of elbows, lots of trips to the not the grocery store, the hardware store. At first I wrote down all the elbows and everything I'm gonna need. I thought I wrote everything down, and then I think I had about half enough of them. There was more angles and
Elbows. You're
Elbows
talking
and-
about the pipes.
yeah, the plumbing, the elbows and the pipes. And anyway, about 3-4 trips into it, I got everything I needed, got everything hooked up. We got the water hooked up, so we have running water, we have sewage, we have heat in here. We are in the process of adding a wood stove in the basement, and that's gonna be a process. The plan is, you know, the stove's gonna be in the basement. We're gonna have a big hole, like a register, where the heat circulates up. We have cold air ducts where it's gonna circulate, but the pipe's gonna go all the way up. So one stove in the basement, and hopefully we won't hear the furnace running anymore. Hear the furnace running, it's like dollar bills are just oozing out into space. Yeah, Mary has been over here quite a bit. If you can see these, I installed these the other night.
Blinds.
So if we did a poll, I think mine was a popular opinion, wasn't it?
Yes, guys. Most of you voted for him. The plates should go on the bottom. The big plates go on the bottom, the small one on the top. I think I had one person that said she would have done it my way.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Leora Kime. Hey Mary, I see the knob is missing on your crock pot. Have Marvin make a wooden knob on that. I could probably do that.
You caught that. Hey.
Another thing for the honeydew list.
Yeah.
You're a sweet wife. That's why you did it your hubby's way. I deal with OCD myself, so I get your husband.
I might.
Well, yeah, it's something when something is off balance, I notice it right away. Other people like Mary will never notice it.
I probably won't notice
Tell you
it.
an interesting story. One of my Marcus and his wife Dora are very much like we are, but they're opposite. Marcus is random, big
That
picture.
would be my brother, Marcus.
Yeah. So I was over there. We were building a garden fence for an orchard, etc. So we were getting done, and we needed to put the top rail on to hold it up, you know, so we can put a border on the top. And so I get the string. I get a string out, and I'm putting screws in, measuring. First off, I went around. I measured equal distance up from the ground, put a string on it, and he's like, "What are you doing?" So, well, I'm running the string, and then I'm going to adjust it so it's not jagged up and down. He was like, "Nobody will ever notice if that thing isn't just so." I said, "Well, your garden fence on your other property was pretty lopsided. I mean, you had jogs up and down and just like crow hopping around." He was like, "You're the only person who would ever see that." And about 10 minutes later, his wife comes out, Dora. And I asked Dora, "So on your other property up there where you just moved from, did you notice that the top rail was uneven and the fence posts were not all uniform?" Like, "Oh yeah, it was pretty bad." And Mark is just like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me." So certain people see certain things, but you know what? As paranoid as I am on some little details, it takes two. Mary will lots of times see the bigger picture and basically, like, you know, stop being a little hand scratched around the dirt. You know, this is the big picture. This is actually what needs to be done. So we complement each other.
Mm-hmm. We really do.
I wouldn't be half the man I am today if it wasn't for her. That's true. Pam Boone mentioned, "Hi Mullet family, all your china cabinet looks awesome, Mary." Marvin, there are just some things you don't have an opinion with the ladies' china. Kidding. Mary, I'm so proud of you. You're getting more comfortable in front of the camera. You're doing great. Can't wait when y'all move in or settle. Stay safe, happy, God bless.
Well, this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching Mullet Family Montana. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and goodbye till next time.